Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is Farmer Clay here. And we are working on part 2 of this John Deere 3010. So we had a couple issues with it, and I think we got it down to the synchros are creating the issue where it will not go forward. We have reverse, but no forward. So we are currently working on splitting it. I got my overhead hoist brought in so we can try to get it pulled apart safely. I don't have the cribbing for underneath it, so yeah, we just got down to last couple bolts and hardware to hold these two housings together, so I should be able to access all that from where I'm at. I got that PTO underneath here. Got to finish pulling the rest of that off, and then I fixed these and made new rods for this, and I have bushings put in to the end of that rod, and then I have one inserted into that guy. And so I put them all back together and tested the quadrant to see how tight it was. The owner of the tractor came by and he says it's a pretty good improvement, even though you can't quite get everything into gear. So, but that's more the synchro issue than it is the shifter on that. So we got a pair of these seals we're going to place here on what John Deere calls, I believe, the rock shaft. So we'll replace those, and then there's a load shaft down here underneath that. I believe is for the draft control. I'm not 100% certain on this tractor, but I think it's the load shaft controls the draft to the 3-point. So I'm going to start by removing those back off out of there, and then I think I'm going to pull the quadrant back out again just to have it out of the way. And then I will start pulling this apart, taking those bolts. I'll get a jack underneath there and see if I can't start walking this on out and see what I have there. So I also got to dive in. He's having, the PTO has a hard time engaging, and he had a clutch done 50 hours ago, and he's afraid of something isn't quite set up right in there. And I've watched another video, and I guess you have to follow the manual really closely on the clutch on these 3010s and 4010s to make sure you do it 100% per the manual, or else they don't work right. And I'm wondering if the guy that did the clutch, if he had the manual or what, I don't know. So it's just something that I'm gonna have to watch as I go through on that. So I'll end up having to split it here too. But for now, I'm gonna dive in the transmission and see what I can get done without having to pull too much more. With that, I'll quit yakking and I'll get to work. Hey, you're already recording. All right, so I got it split in half. Got a jack stand right underneath that. This is pretty well balanced right here. Make sure when you split these things, I learned the hard way with an Oliver, put something in the back too, because sometimes they like to tip over backwards. So got this, I'll get a block cut for underneath it or something, so that way it's not hanging on just that overnight. And get something under there to make it safe for overnight. But so yeah, I'm to the point, and the manual is looking. Need to remove this guy here, that guy, slide this shaft on out, and then slowly start getting this, because this is the shaft, this is the clutch pack here that I think is bad. So I got to get this shaft, and I should be able to slide it on out once I get this stuff out of the way. So that's what the game plan is, because I'm going after this guy. So, and I think it's missing because these keep sliding out, and I don't think that's right, but maybe it is, and I just don't know because I'm not a John Deere guy. So I will be after this because I watched lots of YouTube videos on John Deere's. So stay tuned and we'll keep working at it. All right, so I pulled this shaft out, and we're supposed to slide this. This is supposed to up and rotate, but I do believe in order for me to get that done, I have to remove, there's a cotter pin right there, that shiny part, and that nut there, I believe I have to remove off. I don't know, I think I got to remove that off there and get that out. And that will allow these to rotate up and out. So I'm gonna see if I can't get that done. Okay, so I got the shift forks out. You have to take the top shaft out up over here on this guy. and there's a little nut, then you have to use a punch to drive them on out. You gotta be careful, make sure you're in the center on it. Somebody had dinged the threads, but it looked like it had been fixed already. But to get that shaft out, we need to take the rock cover shaft off. I didn't think I had to. I thought I could slip it out. But nope, I gotta take that off. And yeah. I'll read the book a little further on it before I put up too much time into it. But the other thing I found as it's coming apart, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be broke on the shift fork. So I think I gotta find a shift fork for this, and that's the gear housing that's creating our issues. So I bet you somewhere down the line it got cracked and broke, so we'll have to get one of those found for it. So, but I'm gonna try to keep these videos short and sweet. I'll get this put up on there, so I got everything apart so far, and try to get that rock shaft cover off. I got new seals and bushings and stuff to do in that too. He got the bushings coming too. So, but as per usual, thanks for watching. If you like this content, please hit like and subscribe, or not, your choice. So, thank you for watching.